Why Women Reservation Bill is the mother of all reforms in independent India. You name an issue facing the country or the world: climate change, poverty, inequality, conflict and violence, food insecurity, etc. And the answer is one word: women's political empowerment. Women's reservation in the Parliament of India is considered the bedrock of all social, cultural and economic reforms because it is a direct intervention in the political sphere, which is the foundation of all other spheres of society. The woman is blessed with a profound power bestowed by nature as she brings life into the world. As she nurtures life through care and empathy, she envisions a future where it can blossom to its fullest potential. The society represents the zenith of this potential, being the ultimate theatre for humanity. So care and society are two sides of the same coin. Now, since politics significantly shape society, empowering women through reservations in Parliament is poised to propel Indian society. What is women empowerment? How much power women should have in the country depends on three main things: how much money they have, how they are seen in the society, and how much say they have in politics. These three things are closely connected like pieces of a puzzle. If one of them is ignored or weak, the progress and energy from the other two won't be enough to deal with challenges or changes. Women can only truly be empowered when all three factors are worked on together. So, to make women stronger in every way, we need to make sure their social status, money, and political influence all work well together. Women are the conscious keepers of society due to several inherent and nurtured qualities that emphasize empathy, nurturing, social cohesion, and ethical perspectives. Technology has its limits, as society is the ultimate theatre of humanity. So what AI, MI, or the best minds cannot achieve can be accomplished by these divine agents of social change. If this world is to survive, these empowered voices must lead the way. Now, since politics significantly shape society, providing women reservations in Parliament is poised to propel India into a socially efficient society. So what is a socially efficient society? Let's discuss. Dear viewers, I'm Lipakshi Khurana from StudyIQ IAS, and you are about to embark on a journey of learning like no other. So sit back, grab a pen and paper, and get ready to be inspired. A socially efficient society is one in which resources, opportunities, and benefits are distributed in a manner that maximizes overall well-being and satisfaction for the entire population. Here are some key characteristics and principles of a socially efficient society. 1. Fair distribution of resources. A socially efficient society ensures that resources, including wealth, education, healthcare, and opportunities, are distributed fairly and equitably, minimizing disparities and promoting equal access for all individuals. Secondly, inclusive and equal opportunities. It provides an environment where everyone has equal opportunities to succeed regardless of their background, gender, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status. Discrimination and barriers to access are minimized. Thirdly, effective safety nets and social support. An efficiently functioning society has robust safety nets and social support systems in place to assist those in need, ensuring that basic necessities and fundamental services are accessible to all, especially vulnerable and disadvantaged populations. Fourthly, effective governance and rule of law. Strong institutions and governance structures uphold the rule of law, ensure transparency, accountability, and protect citizens' rights. This fosters trust in public systems and promotes social efficiency. Fifthly, responsive healthcare and education systems. The society invests in accessible and quality healthcare and education systems that respond to the needs of the population, promoting both physical and intellectual well-being. Sixthly, sustainable development and environmental stewardship. Social efficiency considers the long-term welfare of the population by embracing sustainable development practices, preserving natural resources, and mitigating environmental degradation for the benefit of future generations. Seventhly, community engagement and participation. In a socially efficient society, citizens actively participate in decision-making processes, providing input and feedback on policies and initiatives. Their engagement ensures that policies are responsive to societal needs and preferences. Eighthly, social cohesion and cultural harmony. It fosters a sense of community, social cohesion, and cultural understanding among its citizens, promoting unity and cooperation while respecting diversity. Ninthly, continuous learning and adaptability. A socially efficient society encourages continuous learning, adaptability, and innovation, keeping pace with evolving societal needs and advancements in knowledge and technology. Tenthly, conflict resolution and social harmony. Well, there is a mechanism in place to resolve conflicts peacefully, promoting dialogue and understanding to maintain social harmony and stability. So, in a sense, a socially efficient society strives to create an environment where all members can lead fulfilling lives, contribute meaningful to society, and have the opportunity to reach their full potential, ensuring a prosperous and harmonious collective future. Where are we placed in terms of women representation? India, a nation known for its rich cultural diversity and democratic ideals, had witnessed a profound transformation in its political landscape over the years. One of the most crucial and ongoing changes is the increasing demand for women representation in Indian politics. However, it has faced many struggles, such as cultural and societal barriers. Deep-rooted patriarchal norms and cultural biases have hindered women's political participation. Many women face resistance from their families and communities when they decide to enter politics. Violence and harassment. Women politicians often face harassment, intimidation, and violence. These challenges deter many potential female leaders from pursuing a career in politics. Lack of resources. Women often lack access to the financial resources and networks necessary for a successful political career. This economic disparity further restricts their entry into politics. So, what will be the impact of women representation in policy making? India's journey towards gender equality has seen significant milestones in recent years, particularly in the realm of politics. The increased representation of women in policy making and governance has not only transformed the political landscape, but has also had a profound impact on the formulation and implementation of policies. Well, let's see how women representation in policy making will impact policy making. Gender-sensitive policies. Women in positions of power bring a unique perspective to policy making. They champion gender-sensitive policies that address issues like maternal health, education for girls, and gender-based violence. These policies reflect a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by women and girls in the country. Family and child welfare. Women leaders often prioritize family and child welfare, advocating for better healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. This focus contributes to improved living conditions for women and children, particularly in marginalized communities. Economic empowerment. Policymakers like Nirmala Sitharaman, India's first female finance minister, have played a pivotal role in shaping economic policies that promote women's entrepreneurship and financial inclusion. These measures empower women economically and contribute to the nation's economic growth. So how are they challenging patriarchal norms? Breaking stereotypes. Women in politics challenge traditional gender roles and stereotypes. Their presence in leadership positions inspires other women to break free from societal expectations and pursue leadership roles in various fields. Changing perceptions. The visibility of women in governance changes societal perceptions of women's capabilities and their role in decision-making. This cultural shift gradually dismantles deeply ingrained gender biases. Increasing accountability and transparency. Women politicians often prioritize transparency and accountability in governance. Their commitment to these principles reduces corruption and fosters greater trust between citizens and the government. Inclusivity. Women's representation ensures that diverse voices are heard in the policy-making process. This inclusivity leads to well-rounded policies that benefit a broad spectrum of society. So how has women reservation transformed local governance? Success at the local level. India's reservation policy for women in Panchayati Raj institutions, local self-governance bodies, has been a significant success. Women leaders at the grassroots level have brought about positive changes in rural development, education, sanitation, and healthcare. Capacity building. Women in local governance gain experience and skills that prepare them for higher political roles. This capacity building strengthens the pipeline of female leaders in India. So, what are the challenges and the way forward? Gender-based violence. Women in politics often face harassment and threats. Addressing these challenges and providing security to women leaders is essential to sustaining progress. Equal representation. While progress has been made, achieving equal representation of women in politics remains a goal. Which countries have successfully implemented women's reservation policies, and what are the resulting reforms? Several countries around the world have successfully implemented women's reservation policies in various forms, leading to significant reforms in their political landscapes and governance structures. Well, here are a few examples. Rwanda. Rwanda stands out as a global leader in women's political representation. The country's constitution mandates that at least 30% of parliamentary seats are reserved for women. In practice, women hold more than half of the seats in the Rwandan parliament, making it one of the highest rates of female political representation worldwide. This policy has resulted in positive reforms in education, healthcare, and economic development with a focus on gender equality. Secondly, Nordic countries. Countries like Sweden, Norway, and Finland have implemented quotas or reserved seats for women in political bodies. These nations consistently rank high on gender equality indexes and have witnessed reforms in areas such as family policies, gender pay gaps, and parental leave policies. Thirdly, South Africa. South Africa adopted a progressive approach by implementing a 50% gender quota for its parliament. This policy has led to greater attention to women's issues, including reproductive health, violence against women, and economic empowerment. Fourth, Bangladesh. Bangladesh has seen improvements in female political participation through reserved seats for women in local government bodies. This has led to increased investment in women's education, healthcare, and economic opportunities with positive impacts on rural development. Fifth, Argentina. Argentina has implemented a gender quota law, resulting in increased representation of women in politics. Reforms have been seen in areas such as women's reproductive rights and domestic violence legislation. In these countries, women's reservation policies have not only increased women's political representation, but have also translated into meaningful policy reforms. These examples demonstrate the potential of such policies to bring about positive changes in various aspects of society, including gender equality, social welfare, and economic development. So, what are the experiences of Indian states with women's reservation in local government? Well, several Indian states have implemented women's reservation policies in Panchayati Raj institutions or local self-government bodies. These policies have had a transformative impact on the political landscape, bringing women to the forefront of decision-making at the grassroots level. The journey of women's reservation in local government in India began with the 73rd Amendment Act of the Indian Constitution in 1992, which mandated the reservation of seats for women in Panchayati Raj institutions. The Act reserved 1/3 of the seats for women in these bodies, ranging from village panchayats to district-level councils. Next, increased women's representation. The most significant impact of these reservation policies has been the substantial increase in women's representation in local government. Women who may have previously been excluded from political participation have now become active leaders, taking charge of their communities. This increased representation has brought about several positive changes. 1. Empowerment and decision-making. Women in local governance now actively participate in decision-making processes, contributing to the formulation and implementation of policies related to education, healthcare, sanitation, and infrastructure development. 2. Gender-sensitive policies. Women leaders often prioritize gender-sensitive policies addressing issues like maternal health, child nutrition, and women's safety. Their presence ensures that these issues are given the attention they deserve. 3. Education and awareness. Women's participation in local governance has led to a greater focus on education and awareness campaigns, particularly for girls. This has resulted in higher school enrollment rates and improved access to quality education for girls in many areas. 4. Women's economic empowerment. Women leaders advocate for economic empowerment programs, encouraging women to participate in income-generating activities. This has led to improved livelihoods and financial independence for many women. 5. Social justice. The presence of women leaders has also contributed to addressing social justice issues, including caste-based discrimination and the empowerment of marginalized communities. So what challenges still remain? While the implementation of women's reservation policies in local government has brought about significant progress, there have also been challenges along the way. Some of the challenges include resistance from traditional male leaders, limited resources for women leaders, and the need for capacity building. Sustaining the momentum. To sustain and build on the momentum gained through women's reservation policies in local government, several key steps are necessary. 1. Capacity building. Providing training and support to women leaders to enhance their leadership skills and governance capabilities. 2. Community awareness. Promoting awareness among communities about the importance of women's participation in local governance and the benefits it brings. 3. Eliminating resistance. Addressing resistance from traditional male leaders and communities by showcasing the positive impacts of women's leadership. 4. Ensuring financial support. Ensuring that women leaders have access to the necessary financial resources to carry out their responsibilities effectively. The experience of Indian states that have implemented women's reservation policies in local government demonstrates the transformative potential of such initiatives. Women's increased representation at the grassroots level have led to positive changes in education, healthcare, economic empowerment, and social justice. Well, friends, while challenges persist, the progress made so far underscores the importance of continuing efforts to empower women in local governance and create more inclusive and equitable societies. These experiences serve as a testament to the power of grassroots democracy in India's journey towards gender equality and women's empowerment. What are the provisions in the Indian Constitution for women reservation in policy making? Well, in our country, women make up almost half of the total population, which is about 48% as per the 2001 census. Our Constitution acknowledges the significance of women as a crucial part of our society. It not only guarantees equal rights to women, but also allows the government to take steps to support them through positive actions. Several sections of the Constitution emphasize India's commitment to promoting the social and economic well-being of women and ensuring their political rights and involvement in decision-making. Well, these sections are Article 14. Men and women have equal rights and opportunities in the political, economic, and social spheres. Article 15(1) prohibits discrimination against any citizen on the grounds of religion, race, caste, or sex, etc. Article 15(3) special provision enabling the state to make affirmative discriminations in the favor of women. Article 16 equality of opportunities in matters of public appointments for all citizens. Article 39A the state shall direct its policy towards securing all citizens, men and women equally, the right to means of livelihood. Article 39D equal pay for equal work for both men and women. Article 42 the state to make provisions for ensuring just and humane conditions of work and maternity leave. Article 51AE to renounce the practices derogatory to the dignity of women. While taking inspiration from what our Constitution promises, the Government of India has been actively working to turn those rights and protections which are written on paper into real, practical benefits for women. So in conclusion, we can say that gender women's representation in Indian politics means diverse voices, gender-sensitive policies, and more inclusive in democracy. We hope you found this episode as captivating as we did in creating it for you. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. See you soon.